Vettel Sepang Sebastian Vettel's Formula One title bid could suffer a further setback after a bizarre post-race incident at the Malaysian Grand Prix on Sunday. The German, now 34 points behind Mercedes championship leader Lewis Hamilton with 5 races remaining, was in a collision with Canadian Lance Stroll's Williams on the slowing down lap. "Stroll just drove into me. I mean, seriously," he exclaimed. "I went to the outside to pick up a bit of rubber and I think Lance wasn't looking and wanted to do the same, but that was too late. I was there already, and we had contact," said the Ferrari driver. "That's completely unnecessary. I think he just didn't look and then decided to pick up some rubber," Vettel added. The impact smashed the rear left of the Ferrari with potential damage to the gearbox, which would incur a 5-place penalty if it needs to be replaced for Japan next weekend. "I hope not because, as I said, it was completely unnecessary," said the 4-time world champion, after hitching a ride on Pascal Wehrlein's Sauber back to the pits. Vettel had started in last place after a power unit problem in qualifying, but worked his way up to 4th in a performance that emphasized the car's pace and what might have been otherwise. Hamilton was second. Red Bull's Max Verstappen gave himself a perfect 20th birthday present by winning the last Malaysian Grand Prix on Sunday. It could have been even worse for the German, however, with Finnish teammate Kimi Räikkönen failing to start after a loss of power on the way to the grid. "It all added up to our hardest race of the year, as we had to confront problems that we will now analyze in depth," commented team principal Maurizio Arrivabene. Vettel suggested 18-year-old Stroll had not been looking where he was going, but the Canadian sounded baffled by that. "I think it's enough now of cars turning one way or the other and ending having a shunt. That was a bizarre one, for sure," said Vettel. Stroll said he had been driving slowly back into the pit lane, steering a normal line and going through switch changes. "It was just a very strange incident. Obviously the race wasn't going on, so it wasn't intentional for either of us," said the 8th-placed finisher. Stroll said he had been following normal post-race procedures when the contact was made. "I was on the inlap, on my normal line, picking up rubber, doing all my switch changes, shutting down the car, and Sebastian came flying by me, pushing round the outside like the race was still on," explained the Canadian. The stewards in Malaysia, however, have decided to take no further action over the incident. After examining video evidence, the stewards determined that neither driver could be considered wholly or predominantly to blame. On the approach to Turn 5 during the slow-down lap after the end of the race, Car 18 STR was towards the middle of the track, Car 8 GRO was closing from behind on the inside of Car 18, and at the same time, Car 5 Fed overtook Car 18 on the outside, and in doing so, turned in slightly towards the apex of Turn 5, read the official FIA report. Simultaneously, Car 18 was moving slight away from the apex. This resulted in contact between the left rear tire of Car 5 and the right front tire of Car 18. About his Sunday's performance, Vettel said, "I think we have a very quick car. I think if we start ahead we win the race, but obviously that didn't happen today. I think we were the quickest car for the majority of the race when we were in free air, but we had to start last. Certainly it was more entertaining, the first couple of laps in particular, but overall tough."